Yeah, thank you. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so I'm on live. Welcome. Hello, trader. Welcome to the live session. I hope this is broadcasted. Can you hear me? Am I live? Can you see him live? Oh, thank you. All right, so welcome to the live session. Hope that you guys ready for another trading day. Today is special because there is a coming up in just a matter of an hour, coming up dollar and coming up flash manufacturing PMI as well as flash service PMI, where we can see that some of the instrument was trending early today. GBPJPY, we have seen a breakout structure here. XAUUSD, we see there is a potentially deeper pullback here. This instrument coming to currently in a significant level. As with the dollar news, we could see that this instrument, this is the support level on XAUUSD. Also, this is the previous resistance turn support here, which is there's a gap here, fair value gap, and we will be looking at this pair as I think we see that this is a drop on the 4-hour chart here, pretty strong drop to the support level, and with that drop we could see the market to potentially have a bullish bias. But you can see this is a 4-hour support that in the past there is a complete break to the upside, and we might see that the market to, I was expecting to break that low. That's where you would find better confluence, but it may break this low or may not, as there is a doji here, there's also doji here. So both of these dojis, and it still can maintain that higher low, could continue to rise as in an uptrend. Maintaining a higher low is very logical to see the market to reverse from here. But at the same time, if we look at the daily here, we can see the market approaching that support. So both scenario can play out, either to the market to return from that level to this neckline here, where 3444 level, or we could see that breaking below and then to trend. So which one to play out, that's what we will be looking in this session to find any entry. If we see the market started a new trend, we will be looking for potential entry opportunity. Let's look at here. Thank you. Hi everyone, welcome. New year, thanks for joining. Maharaj, welcome to the live session. And here what we are looking at, better entry opportunity. Patience is key. This is gonna be a bit extended session, and I have a good news is that at the end of the session we'll give away one lucky member to join the academy with full lifetime access from this viewer. So if you guys want to stay connected by joining us in the academy, where you also will be able to access all my courses, trading tools, EA strategy, as well as live VIP live trading room, where I'm sending all my trades, as well as VIP chat grow. Everything will be available, so one lucky winner will be able to get access to that. So if you guys want to stay in that competition, then stick till the end to become a winner of being a lifetime member in the academy. So with that said, let's look at now here on this lower time frame. Here is the lower time frame price action. This is the 5-minute chart. After break of this low, it's trying to bounce back up. Now the question is, if the market breaking below further, reverting back up, or it's gonna reverse from this level. Both scenario possible, as we discussed. And at the moment, we looking to see that this consolidation here, which is a narrow consolidation in that area, and with this narrow consolidation, there is a 1-minute breakout here. So once we see the market started to create a new uptrend here, we can look into entry to the upside, as this is a very important support level. See this support, if we look at the multi-time frame here from the weekly, the price on the weekly support level, okay, so which is this is the weekly doji formation here, and from that weekly doji, if we look at the market, as we are almost nearly to the end of the week, and I would be more interested to buy once the market breaks any of this important support level, because it's a long-term bull market. The price currently below the weekly low, we could potentially see the market to move back again in the major direction of the trend. So with that said, waiting for either to change the trend to the upside or to grab liquidity for a possible uptrend here. That's what we are looking at on XAUUSD, waiting for the market to show its hand. As soon as we will find entry opportunity, we will be looking for entry. I hope that guys you are enjoying the live session. Thanks for joining. Let's begin another trading day, and as I mentioned earlier, patience is key. Once we see that the market showing that proper entry, we can enter, and our goal here is to find high probability trade setup. So if you guys are ready for this trading day, you can say yes, ready, and waiting for a possible change in trend in this zone here. And once we see the market has given that entry opportunity, we will be jumping on the trade with proper risk management, of course. Here is the support level, and this is a consolidation, but I think at some point we should be able to see that potential change of trend here. So the very high probability, as there is a news coming in, just matter of how long it take for the news to come up. Let's look at the calendar again. A little delayed, which is one sense good for us to see that we have enough time to analyze the market. So coming up 11:45 in my zones, which is around more than an hour. So we might see little sideways movement during this time period, or slowly changing the trend. But if the spike, if before the news the market start to trend, we might see that news could push that price back to the neckline here. So if it return back up, we might see that going back to 347374 or even above this level. At the moment here we see that local it's in a sideway, but the best bet will be if the market spike here, break this low and then got a rejection. So in that case, what will be a very important support, an important liquidity zone will be broken, which is, if you guys look at it, you can see this is a very important liquidity zone. This is an uptrend. So if the market managed to break this low here, if the market managed to break this support here, then we may see that after break of this support for the price to potentially move back up here to that level. That's what we're waiting to see, for the price to go ahead and especially breaking that support, grabbing the liquidity, and then to return back again aggressively to the upside. That's what we're waiting to see. Let's wait for the price to do that. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up. Get ready for this another important trading day, as today and tomorrow and after tomorrow, this week's volatile day, because there is a, in the first few days with the opening, there wasn't much movement in the market because of there wasn't any high impact news, and also there was a holiday. So now the market is getting more and more active. Though we saw yesterday there was a downtrend in XAUUSD, now it's potentially preparing for a change of trend. So there is a probability, as we discussed, that to maintain that support, creating a higher low and then to return back up, or breaking that low after forming that lower low for the price to go back up again. So depending on how the price action is forming, we can look for that entry in this market. So let's wait for possible entry. While we are looking at XAUUSD, I would like to remain a little flexible for today's price action, either for the market to return from that level to start an uptrend, or with the spike to drop back again below that level. So let's wait to see if it prepare a strong uptrend here. From here, if it started to change the trend, we can get in the trend while it completely in an uptrend, while it completely prepared for the trend. If it doesn't, then we will be waiting for, if it is moving in a sideways, that means at some point we could see that the market to break that low and then potentially return. So this is a very important area of value. If the market managed to break that low, that will be a very good area for us to see potential buy after the market got a rejection here. So what's your opinion on XAUUSD with the upcoming news, with the upcoming manufacturing PMI on dollar? So do you think that it's gonna break that low, or you think that it's gonna bounce back up from this level? I would like to ask with a poll. See you guys, what is your opinion on that? Thank you. Lucy, welcome. Nice pick me. Well done. Are you going giveaway? Interesting. Yep, there will be giveaway at the end of the session. So you guys stay connected. I'm selling on gold, hoping to break. Yep. Hello, good to see you. Thank you. Yes. dollar yen. Yep. Okay, so along with XAUUSD, we will be looking at one more pair here. Now I would like to ask here with what majority of you, because I have some shortlisted: euro dollar, British pound, US dollar, dollar yen. In these three, which one you guys want to look at? Nasdaq is in a, I think it's in a bullish trend. There's a gap open. We may see that some upside here. We'll come back at some point. So here is what you can see from the lower time frame. XAUUSD, we see that drop. Now, first of all, I would like to ask, as we are waiting for XAUUSD to give us an entry, I would like to use a pool on XAUUSD direction, and also we will be adding one more currency here. Which currency, if you guys want to look at, we'll pick it from you guys. Are, if you are looking at dollar yen, we can, I was looking at a couple of instrument, $1 yen. There is another one on, we can look at Gbpusd and also Euro USD. So depending on which instrument showing the best probable setup, if you guys have any opinion, you can write on the live chat that which instrument you are looking at on in these three. So if I would ask you to pick euro dollar, dollar yen, and Gbpjpy. Also possibly to have, it's in a choppy, but we see there is a break of structure here. So Gbpjpy very choppy. Looking at euro dollar, we have seen there was a break as expected in our previous analysis, and we saw that euro dollar in fact have made that move to the downside here. Looking at British pound, US dollar, also showing that after this liquidity grab, Gbpusd as well showing possible bearish pressure. And yeah, I would like to keep Gbpusd today's in the watch list. If you guys any preference, euro, yen. So dollar yen is in a long-term downtrend. Dollar yen also may try to return back. So Gbpusd also showing that bearish, so you will keep eye on those, on dollar yen and Gbpusd. While we are looking at XAUUSD for possible entry, here is the, so the bulls couldn't make that move on XAUUSD. Instead, what we see, the market slowly trying to break below here, and if the price with the upcoming news breaking below and getting a reaction, we might find a very good movement to the upside. Though first this 4-hour candle is closing almost before, so this candlestick pattern, that 4-hour candle will hold that news coming up. So that candle is very important for the upcoming session. And with that being said, because it's an important this is a very important price action here, and if it is coming here grabbing that liquidity, that's where we might be able to see that the market to give us. So here is that support level, wanting to see the price to potentially break below and then to move back to the upside here. So that's the best setup will be if the price touch that level or break that low and then bounce. So it still can respect this support and it still can continue to rise. So depending on what kind of price action it is forming will determine us to see which one we can look for, which price action possibly to play out in this upcoming event. On gold, it looks like it is creating a series of higher high, lower high. What do you think? Also big lower high in the 1 hour time frame. So it's creating a series of lower high and lower low. Yes, it's in a downtrend at the moment, not globally but locally. So there are two kinds of trend that we more often talk about. So one is global trend, the other one is local trend. We more often we discuss about that. So let's understand what is global trend and what is local trend. Not local trend or global trend, but the global trend. So it comes from the multi-time frame, because once you understand the major trend and the minor trend, you started to see that the market, because every time frame has trader, right? So every time frame you'll see that from every time frame there will be traders. Some traders might trade on the 5 minutes. Some trader you might see that trading on the 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour. So once you know which direction to trade, then if you combine it with the multi-time frame, then your probability is increasing every time frame you are aligning with. What do I mean by this? Let's say the 4 hour trend is bullish, daily trend is bullish, 1 hour trend is bullish, and then you are trading on 15 minutes, which is in the direction of the bullish trend. So you are aligning with 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? So that means that all those time frame trader, their flow, you are going with them. And that is why it is essential that that we always look for multi-time frame analysis to see which way potentially the longer trend is. So here you can see the locally it is in a downtrend at the moment, creating series of lower high and lower low, but at the same time it's on the support level. And because the market in that support level, there is an inverted head and shoulder, we saw that break of structure. There is a probability with the news or before the news for the market to potentially break this low, and there is a fair value gap here, you can see. Now it is still, you can see same kind of pattern that you can see a long wick red candle form a narrower candle and then made its move, has come back to that same kind of price action with a red candle with long wick, and then followed by a green candle, followed by a doji, and now it's moving in a sideways. So this is the same pattern as this. Still we could see here a reversal pattern, and the market to potentially trend back up to this level. Okay, this is one scenario to play out. The other scenario is for the market to break low here and create an overextension, lower low, and then to trend back up. So for me, I would prefer to see that the market has broken this low here. That's where the high probability trade will come, because this is a major level, okay, so which is a key level, because there was a break of structure. Because it has broken that structure here, that key level is potentially to break. And if the market is breaking that key level, we could see that it grabbed enough liquidity, it has momentum, and we can look for potential entry in that area. I hope that you guys understood it. So let's wait for the market to play out which direction it wants to be heading. At the moment it's on a sideways, but the way the market is preparing, we may see that possible retest of this significant support level. So waiting for the market to show up. We can see that multiple times the market has formed this sideways market. Okay, so you can see this is sideways, and with this sideways, this is where narrower red candle, okay, so it is failing to create a strong bullish price action. Therefore, possibility for dropping to that support is also higher, as there is a coming up that 4-hour news. So you can see the market on the 4-hour support at the moment, and from this 4-hour support we may see that XAUUSD to have a possible bounce, and would like to see that it has come back here, which is which is where you will find the high probability trades are up here. Once we see the market manage to drop, okay, so let's wait to see that to happen, or whichever it wants to happen. Okay, so this is another very important point when you are trading in terms of trading psychology. Okay, so because becoming a successful trader means that you have a right trading psychology, which is the 70%, some say 50%. Success depends on the trading psychology. So most traders impose their opinion on the market, which is but as a matter of fact, the market can move in its own way, and as a trader we always need to look for follow the market's trend. Okay, so to look for the trade where potentially the market is moving to. But what we can see that because we cannot predict the market in the way we want to, right? So the market moves in its own way. Probably like this is a very difficult language here. Okay, so one moment. I need a break. Done. Okay, so now here is what we can see. It form a head and shoulder. If you guys look at it, you can see this is a head and shoulder, a potential head and shoulder, and with that head and shoulder it's slowly coming down. All right, so that means that the market could still break below in that support level. So this is what we're waiting to see. I think you can see the 1 hour chart still maintaining that series of lower high and lower low, and let's wait for the price to come back to that support, and then we can look for possible entry. And this is our support that we would like to see the market has broken or tested, so which you can consider as daily support. Once the market on the daily support, we can see that the price to potentially reject from that. So this is on XAUUSD. With that on currency, euro dollar and British pound US dollar, both of them in a sideways at the moment. Dollar yen as well, we see there is a long wick and then forming sideways trend, so slower weaker trend on Gbpusd as well. So would like to keep eye on XAUUSD here. this is a very visible head and shoulder in that area, and that is giving that price to potentially come back here to this support level. So you can see it's slowly melting and breaking below. So with head and shoulder, it's coming down here, and that drop is necessary to see that it has tested this long-term daily support. That's what we're waiting to see. As with the long-term trend on the daily, again going back to the daily. Now the reason I'm looking at daily is, if you guys know that daily time frame is very crucial, especially you will not be entering based on daily, but once we see that daily time frame, we can determine the key levels, key level of support, key level of resistance. And why it is important? Because when we can identify the key levels, we actually find edge or the confluence. So why trading is simple once you understand that edge, how it works. Now edge means that if you randomly buy or sell, you are 50%, right? So if you, from any given point, if you buy and you put, let's say, 50 pips stop loss upside, 50 pips take profit upside without any consideration with risk management, then you are betting at 50-50, though there is a commission and other spread, so you're gonna be end up paying around 45% after 100 trades, 200 trades. If you take, you end up having around 40-45% on that, if you do like randomly take it. Now adding confluence to that is trading, you see. So if you are a complete beginner, let's say you don't understand anything, you don't know the technical analysis, you don't know the trend, you know nothing, the only thing that you know how to do the risk management, lot sizing, risk reward, managing the trade, that's only you need, right? So and with that knowledge, you still can be a trader. Maybe you will not be profitable, but if you do the proper risk management, you still can protect the capital and you can keep trading. Now once you started to add confluence to it, then you become a trader who has that is called a strategy. So the number one confluence that I use, I think that many traders, professional trader use, is trend, right? Trading with the trend is the most profitable trading system one can ever have. So Adding confluence means that when you are buying or selling from any specific level, regardless of anything, but you are buying in the direction of the trend, then your probability started to increase from previously, if it is 50-50, probably you are going to 55%. And then add further confluence from a key level of support or resistance, then your confluence might be going up to 60-65%. Why? Because what happened in the past is likely to happen, right? Because everyone thinks in the same way. Even this is happening in our thinking also, right? According to science, 90% of our thinking is repetitive. So in fact, how many thinking we do? Around 60 to 70,000 thought a human being does in a day. How many you can remember? And 90% of them are repetitive. That means that what we thought yesterday is repeating today, and then also repeating tomorrow, and then repeating after tomorrow. And that's why people recreate the same thing over and over again until that pattern is broken, like that, the breakup structure. And that is why market also do the same thing. Market also repeat. The buyers will be interested to buy from the same level what happened in the past. So that's an area of value. That means that if a zone, not a line or a point, but a zone, the buyers were interested to buy in the past, is likely to be interested in the present moment. So you are adding more confluence. That's all you need, guys. If you want to go to the advance, becoming a better trader, becoming a smarter trader, where you know that you want to speed up your confluence, you want to have a stronger confluence, then you are advanced trader. In that case, you need better strategy, add confluence as liquidity, find out the liquidity zone, add confluence based on volume, price action, and then you start to increase your probability in your trade. And these are the things that also you can learn here in the academy as well. For those who are in the academy, you can find many of these lessons in your student dashboard, where you are learning and growing. I hope that many of the members watching every day those lessons. But today also there will be a giveaway, as we discuss. One of you lucky member can join the academy for lifetime access from the giveaway. So guys, make sure you stick till the end to enter into that competition for that giveaway to become a trader with us, professional trader. And trading, as we mentioned earlier, it's freedom. That's what you want to gain as a trader, because trading is simple. As we discussed, you need to know the trend, you need to know the risk management, you need to find the area of value, you need price action confirmation, and then trade based on a strategy, and that's all, right? So now, with that said, here is the daily price action on XAUUSD. That's where the area of value that we can see here. Okay, so this is an area of value, and because in the past there was a rejection from this level, right, which is a key level of support, and waiting for the market to come back here, penetrate that, and then to return back again to the upside. So let's now going back to the 5-minute chart. Here we can see that the market is currently trending with that movement, and with the trend, which you can see that the price to possibly here we can see, okay, so there is a 1 hour candle closed with a red bearish candle, and this 1 hour candle is a red full body red candle, which is bearish candle, expecting it to come back here to that support level, where this is an important support. And what you can see, the price grab the liquidity, move back to the upside, and again, if it is breaking below here, and there's a fair value gap, and from that fair value gap, here is what we can see, that the market to potentially to retest. Okay, so this zone is crucial here. So you can see that there is a possibly it started to trend here. Let's wait to see. And here the market started to break below. We may see that this market to possibly break that low, and as we discussed that there is a fair value gap, so if it breaks below, it easily can come well below here, and even we could see a retest of this swing high, this resistance as a support, and then to return. So far here in this area, that local there is a bearish price action on the lower time frame, so we could find short-term selling opportunity if we see that price action confirmation. At the moment it's in a crucial level, so this is a support so far here. For us to find that entry, we will be waiting for that the market to so waiting on that. This is the 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's wait to find out. Yeah, I think the market may possibly to trend down. for us to find that possible selling opportunity here is to see that the market, as it has formed a head and shoulder here, okay, getting another bearish price action. So let's wait to see if we can find a short-term entry here. I think there might be short-term selling opportunity in this area. So there is a liquidity grab here. Okay, we will be I will be opening a sell position from here, stop loss just above this high, and that's gonna be a market order for a very quick positioning. Very important that you do the risk management, as it just easily can bounce back up. So 53 pip stop loss here, and so opening a sell in that area. Keeping a stop loss above this swing high. TP target at 3293. So putting a sell here for this possible drop. So there is a liquidity grab, possibly to potentially two liquidity candle formation. This, if this one is closing as a red candle, there will be another potential liquidity grab. Unless it's trying to grab liquidity from the top. If he wants to so it might, it's a very quick move and waiting for, let's wait to see. Just got a return back up. So just 1% here. So we'll be waiting to see if the market, this is a liquidity grab or it wants to change trend here. We can get in again once we see that. I think this is a very strong liquidity grab here. So I will be getting in again on this trade, stop loss keeping above this high again at 3315, as if the market reverse, that we might get the reversal. Again, risk management is key. As I mentioned, it's only tight stop loss, and we'll be keeping the profit target the same. So putting the stop loss above this high 3315 level, getting in the trade again with the same smaller risk. So I'm short again. So I have open sell again, as this, it has grabbed that liquidity here. So there is a possibility to this is the second trade. The first one 53 pip minus this one. If it work out, then we will be able to get that almost 163 pip. So all right, so here it had a breakup structure, second trade running. Are you guys with me? Because if it break below, then we should be able to see significant drop, and this is the previous daily support. We will be able to close before the daily support here. So you guys with me? Hello coach, welcome. Yeah, also big lower high. Anyone running the second trade here, which is now in the second trade I am around 48 pip running profit, so which is nearly to the first trade. Anyone here on this trade? Are you guys with me? Okay, so Parabolic Prince, welcome. Hi there. On trade, can you confirm so I know that how many members running this trade here? So I think if it managed to remain here a little weaker response from the buyers, we should be able to see that drop, and that might lead the price back to the support. On the trade with you, okay, welcome. All right, so far to me it's bearish here. Okay, Amir, welcome. Thank you. Now we see that bearish move. Okay, so far downtrend and we are up on this 57 pip. Would like to hold it for a bigger profit target here in that direction, so you might see that the price to potentially come back to the support level, to the daily support, and our TP target 3293. All right, so coming down, so far we are on the direction. Okay, so if we see the long rejection here, that is a probability for this market to remain bearish. All right, it's moving in that direction. Now there is a doji here. With this trade, we saw significant move around 91 pip, and again trying to bounce as there is weakless candle here. I have to see that the market basically here remaining bearish. So with that weakless candle, again another weakless candle formation. It made that significant move, and then failed to create new lower low here. Moving back to the entry, and so it's still running in profit, but so we see that it's almost at entry. So you have to it's now below our entry. Now at the moment it might go up here and return back, so we'll be waiting to see if it's getting rejection here. If it, this is the 1 minute price action, and okay, so you see that rejection coming. Now if this 1 minute candle closed, okay, so you see that it's a red bearish candle closed. Now I will just move the stop loss here at the moment just above this candlestick pattern. In case it is going up, we will be break even with this trade, because I do not want to keep that risk anymore, because it might just go up to hit the stop loss. So just move the stop loss here at 3310. So 3310.08 basically. So if the market goes up again, hit that zone, we will be almost nearly to the break even, and we can re-enter again, because if it breaks this high, it easily can go up further to hit our stop loss. So if it wants to trend, we may see that directionally in that zone. So currently the stop loss, my stop loss moved to at 33 here. My stop loss at 3310.08. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So that means that if this trade going up here, I will be exiting at entry without any profit or loss. We can easily re-enter, but if it drop down here, then yeah, we are running the trade, which is now a risk-free trade. It is a, so that means that it's a risk-free trade, it's a break-even trade, but if it is coming back below here, then we will be on almost we saw the 95 pip move again return. We will still keep running it, because if it breaks below, it easily can come to our full TP, which is 3293 level, waiting for that to potentially to happen. And I hope that guys you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you like this stream, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. We're enjoying the trade, which is running currently in our favor again. And in the trade, well, how many leverage you used to, bro? Are you in the trade now? Yeah, I'm in the trade. I use almost no leverage in the day trade. I use only very little risk on my trade, so I do not use leverage, but you can use if you like. Leverage is two-edged sword. I do have other strategies, the automated system, where I use leverage, but in this day trade I do not use leverage. So depending on what kind of strategy I'm using. So it's moving, and I think we could see potentially hitting that TP, expecting for this trade to drop to 171 pip. You guys excited with the TP hit potentially? It's moving in that direction, expecting it to 3293. So we are running currently 100 pip profit running. I'm still holding it for potential full TP hit. Yep, we can see that move, and I think it's very possible to hit the TP by itself. Boom, nearly there. Nearly there. I'll give a shout out to what I'm doing, but I'm still holding it. Okay, still possible to break below. I'm holding it because if this candle closing as a doji or a bearish, we may see that it's still for the market to remain bearish here. We are on. I think we are on the still on the trade on the right side. So I'm still on the trade, nearly to hit the TP. Okay, so I'm exiting now manually. It's almost nearly to 100 and 60. Okay, so it's almost 150 pip. It might hit by itself, but I'm still on that. I am exiting manually just for 2-3 pip. I don't want to let it do anything else. I've closed the trade manually. It's closed here. I've closed the trade manually at 150 pip around. Okay, so we are out with the trade with 150 pip profit on that. You know, that's how trading is, guys. You don't need a lot of win. You need few wins, but good one. I'm out with the trade with 150 pip profit. Out with the trade, and let's see now what we can expect further. Let's wait for that. Where the market is potentially heading here. As there is a news coming, I'm out with the trade because spike can happen in any direction. And we can re-enter again, guys. Stay tuned. As we mentioned, there is a giveaway, and also there are more opportunities still available to take in the market. So here, waiting for another possible entry. And here, as you can see, the market as with the we have 10 minutes for the data to come up, and we might see that spike in that direction. So if the spike in this direction here, we might see that a complete break and then to return. Let me delete those lines here to see what potentially to play out. Now daily chart, it's bearish, so approaching this daily support, which is the 3283 level. And because it's approaching that daily support to 3283 level, we potentially could see that the market to return back here to the support level. So 4 hour, as we discussed in the beginning of this session, that the whole move here on the 4 hour is a complete red move. It's a complete break below, and because it's complete break below, we can expect is this market to possibly come back here to any of this support. So this is a daily support, and then there is a fair value gap above this level, which is the swing previous resistance turn support, and there is a big gap here. This fair value gap is almost 350 pip, and as the data coming up in just a couple of minutes, 10 minutes time, it is possible for this market to suddenly break below this fair value gap, because fair value gap is more often a retest with a bigger drop. You will see that when the market on the fair value gap, more often the price behave very aggressively, and with that fair value gap, the market could retest this swing low and then to return again in the major direction of the trend. So we'll be waiting to see that possible scenario, and I think that so far the market trend is still bearish, so still we can expect for this price to remain long-term bearish unless the data coming very different. If the market sentiment changes, then no problem, we can change as well. So this is also sometime difficult for traders, and that's also one of the main reason why traders fail, which which is called the cognitive dissonance, which happens in many traders. That means that if we think that the market will go down, suddenly it can start to reverse back up. And because when we see the market, actually we were wrong at some point, and it's sometimes very difficult for traders to accept the fact that it can be wrong, and that's where the traders experience that discomfort. That's why many traders take wrong decisions. So but being a trader means that you need to be flexible to change your directional bias whenever it's needed, and that is the best thing of being a trader, is to be okay of being wrong in any single trade. Okay, so which is a very essential to be okay with being wrong, and because the better trader are those who make all the money needed when they are right. So this is what you can see. As you can see, the market now moving in the direction that we expected, and we are right, and we have taken 151 pip in one trade. The previous trade 51 pip didn't work out, so ultimately we are 100 and almost 1 pip, 100 pip up on the whole move. So now at the moment, I would like to ask in a poll, what do you think with the upcoming the news? So what do you think, the market to still remain bearish, or there will be a bounce? Before I post the poll, I would like to if you guys watching that, I think that the likes is still not as the view. So if you like the stream, that will be showing to more people. And let me post a poll. What do you think on the upcoming news? Awesome, thank you, welcome. I am posting a poll here. What is your so what is your view on the upcoming news on XAUUSD? Bullish, or do you think with the news it's gonna change the trend, or it's gonna keep remaining bearish? So you can cast a vote to see what most of you are at the moment. We can see the market is having that directional bias, the price below the daily low, just below the daily support level. And okay, so we have only 4 minutes to go for the news spike to come down here potentially. And We have only 3 minutes to go for the news to come up. So it just crossed that low as we discussed from that support. So we have 2 more minutes to go for this news to come up. Now here it may do the spike to come down, or it may be a starting point for after the spike to change potential trend. Waiting for the data to come up. So that spike is important at the moment. So trying to break the low. Let's see first of all the price action, and then we'll be looking at the data. So what came out with the news here? So one data, the one that flash manufacturing PMI, which is positive. The other one is service PMI negative. So there is a mixed information. So with that mixed data, as the market trend was turning in a bearish, we see that continuation. Now that means that we may see another potential retest of this support. Yeah, possibly further bearish price action we might see in that area. So you still see that the trend continuation here in that area. And highly likely we could see that that the market to here is the daily support, and there is a fair value gap that we discussed in that area. And as the market is approaching to the daily fair value gap, we may see that possible break here, and we may be able to find a re-entry once we see that another stronger confluence waiting for that. Now let's wait to see. Now this is a highly bearish price action, and that bearish trend potentially to continue. A full break below, as up with the fair value gap, it's started to drop, and it may keep pushing back down further, and there is a big fair value gap. And yeah, continuing to drop here with the fair value gap. So continuation of that downtrend. Waiting to see that how far we might see that drop. as with this trend continuation, it's completely filling that fair value gap. So you see that it's coming to fill that fair value gap here. Traders might get confused here for potential bullish, but not at all, because it's currently in a strong downtrend. So until it changes the trend, we still be remaining bearish here, as with this fair value gap, we may see that the market coming even well below here to fill that fair value gap completely, to retest that previous swing low here, as it's approaching the daily 10 EMA here as well. So there is a daily 10 EMA which is in this area here, and with this one here, and again it start to trend back down. So we highly likely that could see for the market to fill that fair value gap. Now I'm just watching to see that when this market will prepare for a possible a long-term trend continuation, so that we can get in further opportunity with the new change of trend if it does, because this market is still trending down. So we may see that the price to looking at the 4-hour here, you can see there is a big gap. So that gap to fill, and then to possibly to have a bounce, that's what we're waiting to see, that bounce to come up. And if it is retesting that here previous swing low, that's where we might see that bounce to come up as soon as we see that filling of that previous low here. Still it's showing a sharply bear market. From the 5 minutes, and the 1 minute chart is, yeah, so here the bulls not getting enough strength, so the bears may fill that zone here in the fair value gap area. So waiting for that to the market to yeah, we can see there is a weaker response from the buyers. So that being said, it's still a probability for the market to remain bearish. So this is a narrow consolidation here, so which is in a downtrend. When you see that like this narrow consolidation is a sign of further drop, so that we could see that further continuation, because the market trend already in a very important zone. In this area would like to see that the market has dropped its full and then return for us to find further entry in this market, because it's a strongly falling market at the moment. And in this market at the moment we already have secured our trade, so we are waiting for the market to fill that fair value gap and then to potentially reject again for another bounce here. Okay, so with that being said, it's sharply bear market at the moment in this area. We'll be waiting to see possible rejection. The market is on the daily 10 EMA and also below a very important daily support. So if it fill that fair value gap with a long wick candle or a strong rejection, we are in a very important point for possible entry. Now 4-hour candle closed with a long bearish candle below this support level, and I think we might see now some change in the sentiment possibly, but there is a 4-hour bear candle close, so which is also that the market to potentially remain in that area. So you can see it started to drop again with the 4-hour candle close, and we might see that ultimately coming to that previous swing low here. So it's a one complete breakdown and one clear red move. So therefore that drop is important because there was no significant pullback. So if the market coming in that way to this support level here and getting a reversal confirmation, we can look for possible entry opportunity in this market. This is what we will be looking at in this area. And here is that on move with this one on XAUUSD, and welcome 1 hour 4 hour news here. Look support. Yeah, we saw that fair value gap in that area, and that fair value gap has you can see it's filling that fair value gap, which is a clean drop with a one single move. And because the market moved with such a stronger momentum, if we look at the multi-time frame from the weekly as well, it's almost to the weekly level. from the monthly, almost nearing to the monthly support. So there, with this movement here, because it's forming that series of lower high, if you look at here, you can see that with this clean move, now we can wait for that reversal confirmation. Because at some point we would see that possible reversal, but it's still not, because it's a strongly falling market and we don't know how far it will drop. But once we see that reversal confirmation, okay, so it may bounce from this swing high, or even it could drop here to 31.93 level. In any of this level can be tested and then possibly to return back again, because it's a one single drop for this entire move. As long as this is maintaining that bearish move, we still could see that downtrend here. Okay, here is this is a narrow doji in that area, and we might see the market to potentially, let's see if it is reversing or coming back down back again, waiting to see. Okay, we think that you can see after retest of this 20 EMA it's started to break below, and that being said, still it's continuing its downtrend. As long as it's continuing its downtrend, we will still be remaining bearish here. From here it's coming back below to this support. With a long wick doji, expecting it to return back to that support. With a liquidity grab, you can see it's trending again, and that's what we're discussing about. As long as it's trending, we'll be waiting for the trend unless we see the market prepared for that bounce back up. So it keep pushing down here, and so we're still maintaining that bearish price action. We may see that the market to retest that support, and that's where is if the market getting that reaction from those levels, that's where you will be entering into the trade as soon as you find that. And in the meantime, during this area, in that area, So this is where we will be looking for possible entry after retest. We'll be waiting to see for the market to give potential entry. And in the meantime, guys, if you have enjoyed that session, absolutely I believe that you enjoyed. We had a great trade, and also, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, there will be a giveaway, and let's bring that giveaway. So bring that up. You guys ready for the giveaway? Let's wait to see that. So we're coming to the giveaway, and so the keyword for this today's giveaway will be gold. So if you write here on the live chat gold, you'll be entering into the giveaway, and we'll be announcing once all the members, all of you have entered into the competition. So you can write gold on the live chat to enter into the competition for the giveaway. Waiting to see the keywords coming. I think it's getting a little bit of delayed here. Keyword. Okay, so it has come, all of them. Just good to see that. So you can see all the 18 entries. So if you guys wanna be on this giveaway, you can write here, and then we will be announcing that. Still waiting for everyone to enter into the competition, and then one lucky winner will get that entry to the academy. Let's wait to happen. So you get you guys can write on the live chat for entering into the giveaway for this session. We'll be choosing one lucky winner for this session to enter in the academy. So here you can see that, looking at the chart again, some reaction which still I don't think fully developed reversal. But once it's ready for a reversal, we might see that potentially moving back up again. So looking at the giveaway, we have you guys can write on the live chat if you still haven't entered into the competition. Well, anyone else want to enter in the competition for this giveaway? Okay. So getting into the winning, choosing a winner, we got 20 entries. So the winner is Bukuru Jean D. Dewi. So Bukuru, you are winner for this today's giveaway. So to claim the giveaway, very simple. There's a website link below this video. Once you're on the website, for the academy website, www.forextradingwizard.com. Once you are on the website, please scroll down below. Here is, you will find contact us option here, and with this contact us, you can write your name, email address, and just type message that winner of the giveaway, and you will find your giveaway in your return email. So with that said, you'll get your giveaway in your in the return to send to you as a package for the entry to the academy. So with that said, thank you for joining this live session. We had an incredible session like we do every single day, and expecting, as I will keep trading in the upcoming session, I'd like to see you guys again very soon, trading live together again. And if you're on the academy, then you might see the update very soon with the new trade setup coming up. With that said, thank you, and we'll see you guys again trading live.